यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य
ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः सर्वोपप्लवरहित प्रज्ञान घन प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्माहमस्मि सोऽहमस्मि ब्रह्माहमस्मि। ॐ प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। May the Almighty Sri Lord Venkateshwara bestow all kinds of prosperity, health, wealth and eternal happiness with a paripurna Lakshmi Katakshams to you and the entire your family members and friends. Let us begin Bhagavad Gita, verse number 5 of 11th chapter. Shri Bhagavanuvāca पश्य मे पार्थरूपाणि शतशोऽथ सहस्रशः नानाविधानि दिव्यानि नानावर्णाकृतीनि च. Arjuna asked for personal experience about Lord's glory as Vishwarupa Darshanam. From the past 4 verses, he just make or presented in front of Krishna that I am able to understand as you thought everything is nothing but Ishvara Swarupam. But when I deal with the world in the transaction, I am not able to experience that. So why I am saying, I get raga and dvesha. I get irritated. So I get the irritation sometimes. So I am not able to see the Ishvara. So though my mind in intellectual level I am able to understand the teaching of yours from the chapter 7, 9 and 10, I am not able to bring in my transaction so that you could help. You alone can help for me to bring that impact in the form of darshanam. Now when he talks about the experience, is it about the mystic experience which is dealt with the 11th chapter? That we have to explain a little bit. Now you see, any experience, it involves 2 things, The experience needs an object of experience, and that same experience, it needs the subject of experience too. Now there is an object for the experience. The object is available, but this experiencer, the subject of experience, also must be prepared. If the subject of experience is not prepared, if at all the object of experience available, the experience, that chemistry won't take place. Let me begin with a simple example. Okay, when you are provided coffee at the first time in your life, you cannot enjoy the coffee. Why? Because the object for the experience is available, but the subject of experience is not prepared. And first, when you sip the coffee, just you will experience the bitter experience. Then the experienced person who is well versed in drinking coffee, that he should teach, first it will be like that, day by day, when you take, 15 more cup of coffee, you will develop a kind of, experience, the pleasant experience of the coffee. That's what the teaching. As you continue with the coffee, then the subject of experience of coffee enjoyment is prepared. Okay. Then the Puranic experience in Itihasa, in Ramayana, the Shabari who was craving for Rama Darshanam, and when she had the Darshanam of Rama, that was thrilling experience of her. That experience brought in her lots of changes. She herself transformed into a celestial being. Another example also can be given. So when I spoke about a music concept to one of my friends in my age, in adult age, at that time I spoke and I just expressed him about the concert which I had experienced the last night. Just I was narrating, so it was thrilling, fantastic experience of the concept. That musician, he took us in different loka. That's what I used the word. So he took us to the different era, different loka, and he also, wants to enjoy the concert the next day. So I took him. Then after 40 minutes of concert, we were enjoying a lot. Then I wanted to get the appreciation from him. When I looked at him, he was just snoring. I was shocked. What happened to this person? So he was my close friend. Then I pinched him. Then he woke up. Then I said, what? So all people are enjoying what? Then he said, I don't know ABCD of the music yet. Let me sleep. I'm getting bored. I felt very bad. Then I could understand. The object of enjoyment was very much available in front of us. But that the subject of enjoyment, the enjoyer to be informed, to be prepared himself, then alone the experience will take place. So when you see Ramayana, in Ramayana we read Shabari's Rama Darshanam, Ishvara Darshanam. She was craving for his darshanam for thousands of years. And when Rama came, it was a thrilling experience for her. When she had Rama Darshanam, she transformed herself from being the rock to a celestial being. That was the thrilling experience of her. But the same Rama, when he went to the battlefield, Ravana came in front of him. So when Ravana had the Rama Darshanam, nothing had happened. Why? What went wrong? The Ravana was not prepared. His mind is not cultured enough, prepared enough to enjoy the Rama Darshanam, to get the impact with the Rama Darshanam. That is what lacking for us, because the God exists before our birth. He has evolved as the Jagat. He alone has given the space for us to be born as a human being, to think about the world, to enjoy about the world. But our mind is not prepared well to enjoy the world. Our mind is to be informed properly. How can we prepare our mind? That preparedness must take place. The same thing happened with Kamsa. So from the birth of Krishna, Kamsa was having Krishna Darshanam, but he didn't have any impact. When the small Balakrishna went to Gokulam, all the gopis could enjoy his presence. How? That's what preparedness. That preparedness means what? To become a matured level in which there is no raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, moha, mata, matsarya, rahita chittam. A mind which is completely purified one. That chitta shuddhi is the preparedness of the mind. That is known as divya drishti, third eye. A mind which is prepared. Which is prepared means which is purified. That purity of mind won't take place overnight, my dear. It takes long time. But Arjuna, he knows it very well. Therefore, he requests Lord Krishna, "O Krishna, I know about my mind. I know what went wrong. What is wrong with me? Because you started pouring all the knowledge I could understand in my intellectual level, but I'm not able to see with the vision of wisdom. When I look at these Bhishma, etc., people, still my mind undergoes so many kind of nonsense, emotions, and the wrong thing, wrong attitude. When I look at Duryodhana, but I get avenging feeling and experience from me. So what you said was, you are everything. I'm not able to see. See means I'm not able to see while transacting. That impact has not taken place. Please help me because you are Yogeshwara. See, now in these verses, he gives a different word he uses for Krishna. See, now here, Purushottama, Parameshwara, Yogeshwara, these words and all, it shows the maturity of Arjuna. Now you understand. Again, I repeat the word when I begin this class. I said any experience needs two things. The object for the experience must be available. If at all the object of the experience is available, but the subject of experience also must be available with preparedness. Now, world is available. That is the object of the experience of Ishvara. The world is available before our birth. Okay, the subject of experience is born as the body, mind, and sense complex. He has to grow to be a devotee. Therefore, the devotion is the weapon to get the maturity, get the prepared mind state, chitta shuddhi. That devotion works a lot for a devotee. When he is a Rama's bhakta, then for him everything is nothing but Rama. For a Krishna bhakta, everything is nothing but Krishna, because whenever, wherever he sees, he transacts, everything is Krishna. For him, a day is Krishna, a minute is Krishna, and an hour is Krishna, a week is Krishna, month is Krishna, year is Krishna, life is nothing but Krishna. So Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Like, everything for him is Rama or Krishna. That's what the devotion. So when he is prepared himself to be a devotee, that vision comes automatically, but it takes long time to set himself. But Arjuna could see that within an hour, within a few minutes, it is not possible. Therefore, Krishna, please do something. So this, it seems to be like a mystic power. It's not called mystic power. It is Ishvara's power. It is not mystic in a small form. It is Ishvara's power. If you take this is mystic, but we say that is the anugraham of Ishvara, that is Ashirvada of Ishvara, that Ashirvada which is requested by Arjuna here. Then Krishna begins, as we completed in the last session itself. He just, he starts again. These two verses he gives in simple way. Pashyame partha rupani shatashotha sagasrashaha. Now he uses the word as he said in the last classes. You see, all these forms and names which are involved, or which includes different characteristic, different character, and different they are in colors. You just look at them. Just he shows. Now these eyes of Arjuna, which are in the normal level, in the third verse he is going to say, Divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyad ityan vasun rudran ashvinau marutasthasa. Let us read these words. Pashyad ityan vasun rudran ashvinau marutasthasa bahun yadrashta purvani pasyascharyaani bharata ihaikastham jagat krishnam pashyadya sacharacharam mama dehe gudakesha yachanyadrashtum ichhasi natu mam shakyase drashtam anenaiva swachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu Pashyame yogam aishwaram. Bhagavan, finally he says, I am going to provide Divya Chakshuhu. When he says in the 6th verse, Pashya Adityan Vasun Rudran, first, just he gave as the glory of Paraloka Vibhuti. Now he says, look at in my own Sharira, all these Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, 12 kinds of Adityas, Ashtavasus, Ekadasha Rudraha, and Ashwini Putraha, and the Marudganaha, all these Adrishta Purvani means in this world which are not available. You look, you just have the darshan of everything in his body. Ihaikastham Jagat Kristnam. So all entire creation exists here, and movable, non-movable, everything you can see in my body. Yacha anyad drashtumichasi. So whatever you would like to see, you just see in my Sharira. If you are not able to see those things with your normal eyes, I'll give a Divya Chakshuhu Pashyame Yogam Aishwaram. Now here Divya Chakshuhu means what? This is the blessings of Ishvara. Doesn't matter thousands of years you make effort to convert a preparedness for subject to experience the Ishvara, it is not possible. Because unless until you are provided anugraha by Ishvara, you cannot understand about him. The spiritual growth only is possible understanding Ishvara well. In the process, the understanding of Lord must be taken place, otherwise the spirituality never becomes complete. A person, one who talks about secularism, he cannot be a devotee. When he is not able to convert himself as a devotee, he cannot have the completeness in his life. Therefore, if at all you are a devotee, but not having the acceptance and surrendering towards Ishvara, you cannot have. Now, in this verse, again he surrendered what I mean to say. First, in the 2nd chapter, he surrendered. Karpanya doshopahatas svabhavaha pruchhami tvam dharma sammudha chetah yachreyasyan nishchitam bruhi tanme Shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. I am so confused, Bhagavan. I am not able to think properly which is right, which is wrong. I am not able to clearly take my decision. Therefore, I am surrendering in front of you. Please accept me as your disciple. It was the meaning from the 2nd chapter. But here, Manyase yeditachakyam. If you think I am deserve enough to have your darshanam as Vishwarupa Ishvara darshanam, please make me to realize. Because this is beyond our human effort. This is beyond our capacity. These eyes are very, swalpa alpa shakti mata. It has got very, very, very small, tiny, limited eyes which cannot see the object very clearly. When I am seeing any object, I am not able to see the complete characteristic of that object, the nature of that object, and I am always veiled by Maya Shakti. I feel it is impossible for me. Lord Krishna, please make me to realize that surrendering again to the Lord himself for his darshanam, definitely you will get darshanam. Whether you call it a mystic or non-mystic, I don't care. But you will understand. The darshanam will be provided. Your experience will be the evident, because that preparedness in ourself, in our mind, in our with our ego, is very important. The purity of mind should be taking place or will be taking place with the anugraha of Ishvara, because impurity of mind caused by our own papa pala. That papa, sin is not the proper translation for papa. Papa means, so you just understand that papa, which brings suffering, which brings birth and death, so which brings all kinds of suffering. Therefore, now the request, this is the complete surrendering of a devotee. So devotee who knows the inability or the limitation of his own mind capacity, a devotion makes a complete surrendering. Now Bhagavan has given Divya Chakshuhu so that he could see in his own Sharira. That's what Sanjaya begins now. As I told you, so when Krishna gives Divya Chakshuhu, that Divya Chakshuhu already was given by Vyasa to Sanjaya. Therefore, Sanjaya was able to see whatever Arjuna could see and experience. From Sanjaya's mouth, we can experience our Ishvara's glory. Sanjaya Uvacha Eva Muktva Tato Rajan Mahayogeshwaro Harihi Darshayamasa Parthaya Paramam Rupam Aishwaram. Now from verse number 9 to 13, Virat Rupa Darshanam is explained through the mouth of Sanjaya. Sanjaya also very matured person. Therefore, he provided Divya Drishti by Veda Vyasa himself. By saying thus, Bhagavan Krishna Yogeshwaraha, so he showed his Vishwarupa Darshana to Arjuna. Next verse. Aneka Vaktra Nayanam, Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam, Aneka Divya Bharanam, Divya Nekodyata Yudham, Aneka Vaktra Nayanam. He could see there are countless mouths, eyes and ears and face. Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam means there are so many wonders that he could see. Aneka Divya Bharanam, and so many ornaments. Means in those days, so Bhagavan used to wear so many ornaments. What we can say, what we can understand is, so many glories, so many wonders, and which are not able to see in this world. And Divya Nekodya Dayudham. So many divineful things were seen by Arjuna. Divya Malyambaram, the next verse. Divya Malyambaradharam, Divya Gandhanu Lepanam, Sarvascharyamayam Devam, Anantam Vishwato Mukham. These verses we will understand again after completion of these three verses. Divya Malyambaradharam, and also the Bhagavan himself, he was just appearing with divineness and with divine clothes and divine all kinds of cosmetics. Sarvascharyamayam. So one will just stand by seeing that Devam Anantam Vishwato Mukham, and he was just appearing with a tremendous power of lightning. Vishwato Mukham means so the face itself, it symbolizes all the Vishwas. The next verse. Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhaved Yugapaduthita Yadi Bhasadrushi Sasyat Bhasastasya Mahatmanaham. He goes on and on, but we have to stop here because we need to get a kind of refreshment, because when Bhagavan is told Sarvato Vishwato Mukham Aneka Vaktram Aneka Nayanam. So how it is possible? That is only possible by blessings of Ishvara alone. But you know that the teaching cannot be stopped here. We have to should understand or should explain what is that the Aneka Vaktra Nayanam Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam. How a Ishvara can have many mouths? You know, in TVs, when it is shown as a Mahabharata serial, so you could see, you know, gigantic Akriti, the form of Lord, with so many heads, so many hands, so many equipments, and so many characters are all over shown. It is grossification of the experience of Arjuna. The experience which was experienced by Arjuna was experienced also by Sanjaya. So when you bring through the mouth, you can only give these words. Now we have to understand the core. The world remained as the world. When Arjuna had this Divya Chakshu and Divya Darshanam, it is known as Divya Darshanam. All other people were also there in the battlefield. Bhishma, etc. people, and Dharma even he was there, and Dharmaputra, and her Bhima, Nakula, Sakadeva, and all of they were also exist, but they couldn't have this darshan. But all of them are seen in the Bhagavan's glory by Arjuna. That's what, when you understand this, the glory, the fact as it is of Ishvara, you can see yourself in the Ishvara. You can see your neighborhood. You can see your enemy hood. You can see the other people also. You can see all the world objects in the Ishvara. So everything it comes Ishvara. You can see the Vishwa, the universe itself, in the form of Ishvara. That's what is taking place with Arjuna. We will also understand elaborately in the next session tomorrow. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namo Namaha. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.